Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm 28, bright-eyed and eager, teaching little ones their ABCs. Life's good, especially when I meet Michael. He's tall, a bit geeky, a software engineer with a smile that could melt anyone. We click instantly, and before I know it, we're saying our vows and moving into our cozy little apartment. I'm over the moon when I find out I'm pregnant, telling Michael. His face was priceless. We're both thrilled to start our family. But then, enter Evelyn, my mother-in-law. Where do I even begin? "Sarah, dear, don't you think you should dust more often?" she'd say, swiping a finger along our bookshelf. Or, "Michael always loved my pot roast. I'll have to show you the recipe sometime." It's like nothing I do is ever good enough for Queen Evelyn. One day, I'm in the kitchen making lasagna, and here comes Evelyn, gliding in like she owns the place. "Oh, Sarah," she tuts, eyeing my dish. "Is that how you layer it?" No wonder Michael's losing weight. I grit my teeth. "Evelyn, I appreciate the advice, but this is how I make it." "Well, if you say so, dear. I just want what's best for my son." "And Michael?" "He's as helpful as a chocolate teapot when it comes to standing up to her." "She means well, Sarah," he'd say, shrugging. "Let's just keep the peace, okay?" My best friend Lisa, though, sees right through it. Over coffee one day, she says, "Girl, this Evelyn situation is toxic. You need to set boundaries before it gets worse." I stir my latte and sigh. I know, but Michael loves her. I don't want to cause trouble. It'll get better, right? Lisa gives me that look. "Sarah, honey, wake up. This isn't going to magically fix itself." Deep down, I know she's right, but I'm stubborn. And pregnant. I should be picking out nursery colors and onesies, not dealing with family drama. So I put on a brave face, telling myself everything will be fine. Once the baby comes, everything will fall into place. Right? Fast forward to the big day. Emily is born via emergency C-section. I'm exhausted, sore, trying to figure out how to be a mom. Emily, though, is perfect. She makes all the pain worth it. One morning, as I'm struggling to get out of bed, I hear the front door open. Wonderful. Hurricane Evelyn blows in, uninvited. "Oh my, this place is a disaster, Sarah. How can you let Michael come home to this?" I grit my teeth. "Evelyn, I just had surgery." The doctor said. "Nonsense. When I had Michael, I was up and about in no time. You're just not trying hard enough." Days blur together. Between breastfeeding, changing diapers, and trying to recover, Evelyn's criticism echoes constantly. One afternoon, I'm dozing on the couch with Emily when Evelyn barges in. "Sarah, the kitchen is a mess. Get up and clean it now." I blinked, disoriented. "Evelyn, please, I'm exhausted. Can it wait?" Lazy girl. No wonder Michael looks stressed. He works all day, and you can't even keep the house clean. Tears well up in my eyes. I'm doing my best. I'm in pain, and Emily needs me. Excuses, excuses. In my day, women knew how to be proper wives and mothers. Just then, Michael walks in. Finally, I think he'll step in. "Michael," Evelyn says, "thank goodness you're home. Look at this mess. Your wife refuses to clean. She's being disrespectful to me and to you." I look at Michael, hoping, praying, he'll defend me. Michael looks uncomfortable, avoiding my eyes. "Michael, please," I plead, "tell her I need to rest." The doctor said. "Don't you dare blame the doctor." Evelyn shrieks. "Michael, are you really going to let her speak to me like this after everything I've done for you?" Michael runs a hand through his hair, torn. "Sarah, maybe you could just tidy up a bit, to keep the peace." I stare at him, incredulous. "Are you serious? I can barely walk." Evelyn's voice turns sickly sweet. "See how she defies you, Michael. A good wife would listen to her husband." What happens next feels like slow motion. Michael's face hardens, and before I can react, his hand connects with my cheek. The slap echoes through the room, and silence falls. I touch my stinging face, shock and disbelief flooding me. Emily starts crying, and I clutch her close, backing away from Michael. "There," Evelyn says smugly. "Sometimes a woman needs to be put in her place." I'm shaking, tears streaming down my face. This can't be happening. I fumble for my phone and dial Lisa's number. "Lisa, I need help. Can you come over, please?" 20 minutes later, Lisa bursts through the door with her brother, Mark, in tow. One look at my face and Lisa's eyes narrow. What the hell happened here? Mark, always the lawyer, takes charge. Sarah, grab what you need for you and the baby. You're not staying here tonight. As I hurriedly pack a bag, the raised voices from the living room blur together. Michael pleading, Evelyn screeching, and Mark's firm, legal tone standing out among the chaos. Lisa helps me to the car, Emily secured in her carrier. As we pull away, I catch a glimpse of Michael standing on the porch, looking conflicted. Lisa's spare room becomes my sanctuary. Emily and I settle in, surrounded by boxes of hastily packed belongings and a sea of uncertainty. But at least we're safe. You sure you want to go through with this? Lisa asks one morning, watching me fill out divorce papers. What choice do I have? I can't go back, not after that. I reply, the weight of my decision heavy. She nods, understanding in her eyes. Have you thought about therapy? It might help sort through all of this mess. Turns out, she was right. My therapist, Dr. Chen, became my lifeline. In her cozy office, I started to unpack years of manipulation I hadn't even realized I'd endured. Sarah, I want you to start documenting Evelyn's behavior, Dr. Chen suggested one day. Not just recent events, but everything you can remember. As I dug through my memories, a pattern emerged: Evelyn's constant criticism, her way of turning Michael against me. It all started to make a sick kind of sense. One night, unable to sleep, I scrolled through Michael's old Facebook photos. A face caught my eye: his ex-girlfriend, Jessica. On a whim, I sent her a message. Jessica's reply came faster than I expected. Sarah, oh my God. I've wanted to reach out to you for years. Are you okay? We met for coffee, and the floodgates opened. Jessica's story mirrored mine in so many ways. Evelyn's criticism, the manipulation, Michael's inability to stand up to his mother. It was like she had this hold over him. Jessica explained, stirring her latte. I couldn't take it anymore. I had to get out. As we talked, my phone buzzed. Michael again. I silenced it, ignoring his pleas for forgiveness. He keeps saying he'll change, I confided to Jessica, but I don't think I can ever trust him again. She reached across the table, squeezing my hand. Stay strong, Sarah. You're doing the right thing. Back at work, trying to find some normalcy, I found an unexpected ally in James, a fellow teacher. Rough night? He asked one morning, noticing the bags under my eyes. Before I knew it, I was spilling everything. James listened without judgment, offering a shoulder to cry on and practical advice. My sister went through something similar, he shared. It's tough, but you're tougher. And hey, if you ever need someone to watch Emily so you can take a breather, I'm your guy. As the weeks passed, I felt stronger. The Sarah who had let Evelyn walk all over her was fading, replaced by someone who knew her worth. And with every small victory, every peaceful night with Emily, every day I didn't cave to Michael's begging, I knew I was on the right path. The day of the court hearing arrived, and I stood before the courthouse with a mix of dread and determination swirling in my stomach. This was it, the day everything would change. You've got this, Lisa whispered, squeezing my hand as we walked inside. My lawyer laid out our case, presenting evidence of emotional abuse and that fateful slap. I held my breath, waiting for the judge's decision. Full custody granted to Sarah, with supervised visitation for Michael. Relief washed over me. Emily was safe. We were free. As we left the courtroom, a familiar voice called out, Sarah, can we talk? I turned to see Michael's sister, Amy. I had always liked her, though we were never close. I need to tell you something, Amy said, her voice quiet. About Mom, about everything. Over coffee, Amy spilled years of family secrets, Evelyn's manipulation, the wedges she had driven between siblings, partners, friends. I should have spoken up sooner, Amy said, tears in her eyes. I'm so sorry. Sarah nodded, her voice steady. I'm willing to testify if it helps. Amy's testimony was the final nail in Evelyn's coffin. The family rift that followed was ugly but necessary. Some sided with Evelyn, but many, seeing the truth at last, chose to cut ties. Months passed, and I threw myself into work, finding solace in my students and the daily routine. A promotion to lead teacher came as a surprise, but a welcome one. You deserve it, James said, his smile warming something inside me that I thought had long been broken. Then came the news of Evelyn's downfall. Her neighbor had filed a restraining order after enduring months of her meddling and manipulation. Karma had finally caught up with her. Even Michael, I learned, had seen the light. He'd cut contact with Evelyn and started therapy. A part of me felt relief for Emily's sake, but that chapter of my life was closed. Inspired by my own journey, I started a support group for survivors of family abuse. Sharing our stories, finding strength together, it became a lifeline for so many women, just as it had for me. And through it all, James's support never wavered. Movie nights with Emily, surprise lunches at work. Slowly, cautiously, our friendship grew into something more. "I'm not rushing you," he said one night, his hand gently resting on mine. "We've got all the time in the world." Before I knew it, Emily was turning 5. Her birthday party was everything I had dreamed of: laughter, love, and not a toxic influence in sight. "Mommy, can I open my presents now?" Emily bounced with excitement. "Go for it, sweetie," I laughed, catching James's eye across the room. His wink sent butterflies fluttering in my stomach. Michael showed up briefly, a chastened man, bearing gifts and apologies. I accepted both with grace, thankful for the peace we have finally found. As the party wound down, I stood on the porch watching the sunset. 5 years ago, I could never have imagined this life, the strength I'd found, the love I'd built, the toxic ties I'd cut. Every step of the journey had led me here. "Penny, for your thoughts." James appeared beside me, wrapping his arm around my waist. I leaned into him, smiling, just thinking how far we've come. How good life can be when you surround yourself with the right people. He kissed my forehead softly, to new horizons. I nodded, my heart full. To new horizons. Inside, Emily's laughter rang out, a sweet reminder of all I had fought for. The road hadn't been easy, but standing here now, I knew every struggle had been worth it. This was our happy ending, or rather, our happy beginning. Now I've got a question for you. Do you think Sarah should have given Michael a second chance after he slapped her, considering Evelyn's manipulation? Or was leaving the right call? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experiences and opinions matter, and they might help someone going through a similar situation. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more real-life stories and discussions. Let's keep the conversation going.